Good evening, you guys. I know I changed the time like twice. I was supposed to come on 8:45 and I changed it to 9:20 and I changed it back to now. So I'm gonna give people the opportunities to start getting the notifications. I see Gristle Hardaway, I see Miss Tyranny, I see Blaine Fields. I see Cecilia. I see Miss Terrell. I see New to You. Shout out to my moderators. I appreciate you guys, everyone that is here. And I'm going to give everybody else the opportunity to start getting the notifications um, as you guys start coming into the room. Hey, G Money, Joy Loves God. That's one of my mods. Hey, Fatty Bear, Block Party is in the house. Shout out to the Fatty Bear. Natural Born Queen, Miss Diane Brown. Natural Born Queen. I'm gonna start giving. I'm gonna let. I know YouTube has been kind of slow on sending out notifications, or they just have not been sending them out. Hey, Kivia, how you guys doing tonight? Hey, Oceanfront Records, you doing okay? I'm tired, y'all. I've been working all day. When I tell y'all I've been out all day, I've been out all day. I had every intention on hey Miss Ramona and 901 JB. I had every intention on dropping videos from back to back to back. Hey Tamoe, but I didn't get home until tonight. Okay. Till like around 7. And I've been gone all day, so I've been tired. I had to stop and get me something to eat. I stopped at this Italian because I love Italian food. I don't like a lot of sauce, like a lot of red sauce. Not unless it's my own because I put a little sugar in it. But I stopped at this place called Fazoli's and got me um just like a little small. They sell like the small lasagnas, and I could not even eat it. I mean, it made me completely sick to the stomach. So um it's getting to a point now where like these fast food restaurants, if I have to stop and get me something just to put on my stomach, there I don't know if I love Fazoli's too. I'm gonna tell you what I should have did though. I should have gotten me because the white sauces are better on my stomach for some reason than the red sauces. And then since I've been doing keto too, um I've lost 14 pounds, and so my stomach is probably shrinking too. I can't eat a lot anyways, and I drink a lot of water and stuff. But like when I'm out on cases and stuff, I don't drink a whole lot of water because if I'm posted up somewhere, I can't leave, and it's not good to be constantly running back and forth to a gas station. So I can't use the gas station restrooms anyways, y'all. I can't. What I try to do is I'll go into a hotel lobby or something and use the restroom. I'll find a hotel where it's got a lobby and walk in like I'm got a hotel up in there and just walk into their restroom into the lobby because I can't use restrooms at a convenience store, really at a clothing store either. And I sure can't use it at not at a fast food restaurant. And I can't use it, and definitely not a restaurant. I mean, definitely not a gas station. Ooh, ooh, child, a gas station restroom. Lord have mercy. Natural Born Queen says red sauces are very acidic. Yeah, with the tomatoes and stuff. Yeah. But how is everybody doing tonight? I wanted to give more people the opportunity to start getting the notifications and things of that nature and coming into the room. I wanted to talk about um y'all know rest in peace, young Dolph. I was gonna do a little short video. I was like, I'll do a live on this. Had dropped. Hey Tim, are you live? Yes, I'm live. I'm live. Hey Miss Shirley. So you all can interact with me. Yes, I'm live. And I know I'm on kind of late tonight because but a gas station bathroom had me peeing and vomiting one time. Ooh, child. I remember one time I was sick, and we was riding, okay, and I would have. Sometimes it's just best. I tried to go into a gas station restroom to because I was sick to something. I was sick to throw up, and I was like, I'll just throw up outside. It's safer. Oh, I looking at it just grossed me out. I don't understand how people use. Why won't these gas stations clean up their restroom? Yes, shaking those trees. Make sure you guys hit the like button. How are you guys doing today? Hello, Miss Sherry. How are you guys doing? Just told my grandkids that when they ask why do I clean the toilet every day? Yes, indeed. I'm gonna tell y'all, that's like one of my I love buying cleaning supplies. I love buying cleaning supplies. I got so many cleaning supplies now I can't even put any more in there in my cabinet in my restroom because a kitchen and a bathroom are supposed to be spick and span. And I've always put bleach in my but I was taught to do that when I was younger in my dishwater. But even though I like smell good stuff, I still always put a little bleach in it because bleach kills everything. Yes, indeed. Clean them toilets, clean everything every day. Public, yes, indeed. No public restrooms. But anyways, you guys, I want us to talk about does rap a lot. He is one of my pet peeves too. Um, does rap a lot want Key Glock out of the way? Okay. And what was their relationship with Young Dolph? Okay. As you all know, like I said, rest in peace, Young Dolph came into my chat last night, and he was dropping so many gems. Like, I was like, oh my goodness. And he was sending me messages privately on some of the gems. I was like, oh my God. He had been gone for a couple months. And so he came back, he was, kind of dropping some gems. And I was like, well, we're going to talk about that. We know that Young Dolph had his museum. Um, it must be hard to hold for those who use public restrooms. I'm telling you. I don't like going in them at all because if I see anything on the toilet, if it don't look right, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to use it. Um, yeah, but that's the reason why I keep everything around my toilet spick and span all around the toilet. You mop all around it. Nothing. It has to be spick and span. It just do. The toilet has to be crystal white. It just do. Spray it with bleach and stuff every day. But I thought about what rest in peace Young Dolph said, and he was talking about the museum. Young Dolph had um the pop-up museum in Houston, and he was explaining to me um that hold on, let me look directly at what he said. Hold on. Because he sent it to me in a message. Also, okay, let me see. Hold on, you guys. Okay. He was saying that, it is, supposedly um Jay Prince Sr. had wanted for Key Glock and them to tap in or whatever. And there had been, a little friction and stuff going on behind the scenes, even since, Young Dolph's days, right? And so if you think about it, Young Dolph never said, I never heard him say anything bad about um I never heard him say anything bad about Jay Prince Sr. But I remember that he did an interview, and in the interview they asked him, um, did he have any help? Because they kind of mentioned Jay Prince Sr. And he had a lot of accomplishments. We can't take that from him, And Young Dolph was like, no, just the way he put it, people. I think he put it in a way of saying that he didn't say Jay Prince. He just said no. He really didn't. He really didn't have anybody, right? He really didn't. And he, in the same token, he would say, sometimes in this business, people don't want to help you if they think you're going to surpass them or something to that caliber, right? And so it took me back to, like, I have seen, like, I saw a post that Jay Prince made one time when Straight Drop was arrested. And he did say, this should be a lesson to all these young dudes out here that's going and crashing out and thinking that they can kill somebody and get away with it, right? But I was just taken aback when he posted in the comments last night that um Jay Prince and them wanted for Key Glock and them to check in, right? Um and that there supposedly had been some more stuff going on behind the scenes, right? And I think it's a darn shame, if that's true, that this stuff is happening. And rest in peace, Young Dolph has been very accurate. I don't think he would come into my chat and because he's actually around the Castelia area and just put anything into my chat. Um, but I think it's a darn shame. Like I said, he also dropped. Y'all know I did the video a few minutes ago about Moneybag Yo and Key Glock beefing, and we know that whenever we've seen Mob Ties or whatever, which is definitely affiliated with Rap a Lot, they've always, it seemed, they've always kind of been tied in with the CMG artists. We've never seen Mob Ties or any of them with any of pre artists with Young Dolph. I don't remember seeing it. If anybody has, correct me, but I just don't. I have not seen it. Right? It seems like to me that they've been more like tied in with CMG. Okay, and so um just based on some of the things that a Rest in Peace Young Dolph said, it brought me to this topic. Does Rap a Lot want Key Glock out of the way? You know, um, I think about, it seems to me, and it just seems to me now, it seems to me that, and when I talk about Rap a Lot, I talk about Mob Ties too. They're two of the same. That, um, that CMG and Mob Ties had wanted to really just take over the South, the Southern region. Okay. Mob Ties do a lot of, the managing. Like, Player Co kind of explained what kind of business thing that they had going on. They had something going on where Mob Ties and CMG were working together, and they were getting finders fees off of um each other's stuff. Cap, you're not even from the city. Okay. That's what you made that fake page to come in here to say, Yellow Diamond TV. That's what you made that fake page to come in here and say. Okay. It seems like to me you need to find you something better to do. Maybe go get back on your meds, because anytime you don't have anything better to do than to make fake pages and to come at somebody else, is something wrong with you. And I think you need to get yourself some help, Yellow Diamond TV. Find you something else to do. Get back on your meds and get yourself some help. Okay? And I'm saying that as another black woman. Okay? Do that for me. Do that for yourself too. Okay. But it seems to me that that's what I knew this was good. I put that topic up there for a reason. I knew that it would bring out the freaks. Okay. Some of these people, when they're getting paid to do work for these record companies, they guard them with their own life. Even though they ain't getting paid nothing but crumbs, they ain't getting no real record deals, no nothing. They just still hoping and praying, creating all kinds of havoc on YouTube, and they still ain't got any further than where they are. It's a damn shame. Okay. Japan is gonna do some karate on these trolls. I'm telling you. All right. So what was Young Dolph's relationship with them? Even it, I didn't ever hear any video unless somebody got some video of them, dissing Young Dolph or anything like that. But I didn't see where there was a relationship because, as I said, it seems that their relationship was more with CMG. Okay, that's what it seems. Okay, but does Rap a Lot want Key Glock out of the way? Okay, do they want him out of the way? And based on what Rest in Peace Young Dolph was saying, okay, it could be some issues there. We, like I said, we know that they had some CMG and Mob Ties had some kind of connection where they was trying to lace up to tie up everything in the southern region. And I've always felt like, because Young Dolph was not a part of whatever that system was, that they wanted him out of the way. Okay, Street Politics said he had a relationship with Senior, not with Junior. Okay, they wanted him out of the way. Okay, it seems to me that they wanted him out of the way because, you know, because he had started signing. Keeper said Jay Prince needs to be out of the way because he has started signing talent, and it's not conducive to some of these record labels and management companies when you have somebody like Young Dolph that starts to sign talent, okay, and then teach them the independent route, and you know they're not really making them into slaves, right? And so whatever system that they had going on, Young Dolph wasn't a part of that. I just don't believe. Hey, we see what it is. Okay, we saw with our own eyes that they didn't really mess with Young Dolph. He always said that he kind of stood out. And if you look at Key Glock kind of stands out too. Key Glock, when you interview him, you ask the interviewer asks him, well, do you gonna do any features to know anybody? He was like, well, no. It was like, why? He was like, I don't like nobody, no nobody like me. I think that was just a way, to just put it out. But Key Glock has had the opportunity when Young Dolph was assassinated to see how a lot of people that claimed that they had messed with Dolph really did not mess with him like that they thought, like that he thought, right? They really didn't mess with him. And Key Glock has had the opportunity to witness that because they really didn't mess with him when he was alive. Okay, they really didn't mess with him when he was alive. Hold on, did y'all block that person? Hold on, you guys. I don't see where they was blocked, but they need to be. Okay. Hey, Sonya Bird. So does Rap a Lot? I probably should have put Mob Ties. Want Key Glock out of the way, but now Rest in Peace Young Dolph said it was Rap a Lot, okay, that wanted for Pre to check in, and they didn't do it. Okay, so is that going to pose an issue if they wanted for Key Glock and them because they was down there in Houston for Young Dolph's pop-up shop, and it is alleged that they wanted for them to check in. If they didn't check in, is this gonna pose a problem? Especially with so many people, it seems really just being against Key Glock. For me, I can't understand why so many people is against him. And when folks start saying, well, it because he had killed the did Dolph, he had nothing to do with that situation with Dolph. See, you people, you have to be very, very careful when you start hearing people and they have a different narrative in the same sentence. Everybody ain't had nothing to do with Young Dolph's death. Everybody couldn't have killed him. So if you feel like CMG did it one day, I mean, it would seem like to me, because if I feel like somebody did it today, I'm gonna feel like they did it tomorrow, and I probably feel like they did it the day before. But if they would have checked in, they was on drop the location on right. They was gonna drop the location on him. Absolutely. And so rest in peace, Young Dolph said that they did not check in and that they wanted them to check in, and that's it's an issue going on with that. Okay. It's an issue going on with that. But why do Jay Prince Senior them think they still because on $1 million worth of game now, Jay Prince Senior was saying that folks ain't gotta check into Houston. They ain't gotta check into them. Although before all this stuff happened with Takeoff, we saw Jay Prince Jr. talking about folks need to check in. It's only respect when they are on my soil in Houston for them to check in. I mean, it's like they run it. We heard Charleston White say just the other day that the police chief said that, because he was supposed to go to Houston and to do an event, to do a speaking engagement. And the police chief called him and said that he didn't need to come to Houston. They didn't want no problems because he had issues with rap a lot and mob ties. Okay, so it's not hard for me to believe that they feeling some type of way about Key Glock and them. They're not checking in, but like Player Coach said, if they had checked in, they'd just dropped their location. We already know that they seem to have a very chummy relationship with especially Black Youngster and Little Migos. Hey, rest in peace, Young Dog. Especially Black Youngster and Little Migos. So why would they have checked in to give them their location so that something could happen, right? They're back on that kick again. Okay, and by the way, rest in peace, Young Dog. Just popped in. He can't say that on TV, but people know what it is. A player coach says he can't say that on TV, but people know what it is. Well, Charleston White just said what it was just the other day when he got on live. Oh, so rest in peace, Young Dog says Glock is getting ready to start pushing his label, and a lot of people in the industry is starting to hate on that. The same way they was hating on Dolph. Dolph was pushing his label. He didn't need no backings. Dolph didn't have to go and get no loans from Jay Prince Sr. when he was pushing his label. Dolph was smart enough because he was a hustler. He had already made the cash. They wanted to blackball him, but you can't blackball a person with some money. Because I mean, a lot of these Negroes in the industry who claim they want to ride with Yo Gotti here, when Dolph said he pulled up, he said he had that backpack on his back. How much? He said, whatever they asked for, I took it out that backpack. T.I. didn't want to get ready to turn that down. And that's what a lot of people hated. Thought you were supposed to be me. Yeah, but he pulled out 25 G's. I got a family to feed. They'll change on you quick. So Dolph had the money. You can't blackball a Negro with a whole lot of money. Okay? They couldn't do it. Okay? And so now they know that young Dolph has taught Key Glock the game. Key Glock set up under Young Dolph and got all of those gems and all of that. And he's getting ready to push his own label. And before people go, well, why Key Glock want to push his own label? Don't every artist that's up under a label start their own label? They all do it. All of Goddess people got their own labels. Okay. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what this is. Yeah. All of them got their own labels. So why wouldn't Key Glock invest in himself and start helping to put other people on too? Right? Why wouldn't he do that? I'm sure Young Dolph would want him to do it. Do that. Mr. Rail says CW proved the corruption in Houston, Texas. Feds, PP, Feds pulled up because y'all have some work to do. You're absolutely right. He sure said that the other day. That the police chief said, you know, he don't need to come to Houston. How's the police chief? If he was telling the truth, you know, and I don't believe he was lying, you know, but you know, I don't know. But the police chief said, if the police chief said that but you know, hey, I could go deep into that with that police chief because I told y'all that police chief was not right. Okay, but Key Glock, Dolph has taught Key Glock the game. Key Glock got all those jewels that Dolph taught him. Uh, Player Co says T.I. and them told Gotti that them features that they did was Dolph with Dolph was business, not personal. Ain't that something? Yeah, because Dolph had the money. We all know Gotti, you know, would call the radio stations and stuff and tell them not to play Dolph stuff. We know that. We know he would tell the DJs not to, and they're still telling them not to play Dolph's artist music. You know, anytime you think that you can block somebody's blessings, you a sick individual. It takes a lot of energy to hate on somebody. To sit up and say, don't play somebody's music, don't play his artist music, don't do features with him. That's too much energy to put into somebody else. That's sick. That's sick. And those people, I'm telling you, that's why I put a lot of emphasis on that. Those kind of people you have to worry about. That's why I get real worried when I start hearing people say advocating against, even on here, don't go on that channel. That's a person that will kill you if they think you're going to be blessed. I'm telling you, they will try and do it because that jealousy is a cancer. And we see they got the same type of mentality that Gotti had. Okay. We see how they did any and everything to try. See, people don't pay a whole lot of attention to stuff. They get caught up in the mess. They get caught up in the mess in the you know, in the foolishness of commotion and mess. I've always looked past that to look deeper at why, deeper at the person. Wait a minute, what's going on? No, this person right here will have the tendency to try to take you out of here because that jealousy is a cancer. That's why I keep saying jealousy is the new cancer, and it is as deadly as the grave. We see exactly what they did to Young Dolph, right? And they have not been able to hide their jealousy or contain themselves, okay? With Key Glock. After they took Young Dolph out, they didn't know what Key Glock was going to do, but when he finally started getting past some of that depression, he came out blazing because a lot of his hardcore fans wanted that. They couldn't stand it. He went on that yellow tape tour. Sold out everywhere he went. What they started doing, they started putting into the atmosphere. They want to take him out of here. We're gonna send somebody to take him out. But they didn't realize how he had such hardcore fans, okay, that was gonna stand behind him because they was selling him out. All right. I keep talking about, I think that it was a darn shame that Black Youngster was dissing Young Dolph with that diss song. Okay. And I'm not sure, was that the same diss song? He went down in Dallas and did that diss song, Shake Some, okay, like a month after Young Dolph was killed. And then is that the same diss song that they did in Mobile, Alabama, where they went down there to Mobile and thought they was gonna be able to do it too? And I forgot what do they call the Alabama people, the Alabamians, the what do they? I don't know their monikers, but they thought they was gonna be able to do it. Was that the song Player Call? That Shake Some song where they told them do not perform this song. I guess they thought the folks down there in Mobile was, some country bumpkins, and they turned it upside down. But they warned them. You have to give people respect when they warn you. Okay. No, that way got it thinking he was gonna go perform, put a date on it. The bag said he live in Mobile. Shout out to Mobile. What song was that they was trying to perform? Alabama ran them straight out of Alabama. They ran them out. Mob Town wasn't having it. Okay. Was it that Shake Something song? Rest in peace. That was God and Miss T. Remember? Oh my God. Oh, rest in peace. Young Dog said that was God and Miss T. Remember, he hid behind the girl who got shot. Okay. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I hope the young lady doing well though. We don't want to see no young women get shot. We don't be wanting to see nobody get shot, especially not no women. Lord have mercy. Shirley Jenkins says the video that No Nick made with me reading between lines, they thought Pre didn't have money, telling them to come to CMG and borrow money with interest. Ain't that something? Key Glock better be careful out there, especially around those crowds. Yeah, that's right. I'm glad y'all love him. We love him too. Everybody loves Dolph. It's Dolph. New to you, Dolph was hard on them ninjas. That's why they had to get rid of him. Dolph got more respect than Gotti. Shout out to Mob Town. Now that's a B ass move. Yeah, he hid behind the girl. Lord have mercy. Yeah, but it wasn't going that way. They actually love Young Dolph here. Frank Matthews of the South. That's right, Seamus. He's the Frank Matthews of the South. Pepper Ralph Frank. Did read that Gotti and Angela got his secret child? I hadn't heard that. I don't know about that. Angela, she might get one now, but I think she just started dealing with him since he got that $100 million loan, child. Hey Gotti, they coming for you in CMG grip. The feds no grip and his ties to quit. Mm. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Dolph was everything they wanted to be. Absolutely. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Dolph Museum coming to a city near you, y'all. San Antonio, then Washington, then Chicago, then Atlanta and Memphis. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. For those of you all that are in the bushes, y'all hit the like button for me. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're on a race to 10,000. Okay. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Um, but definitely hit the like buttons. We only got 65 likes. We got 135 people in here. You guys, let's run the likes up to over 100. So keep hitting the like button and run it up, run it up, run it up till you can't run it up no more. Ain't that what Young Dolph said? Run it up, run it all the way up, run it up till you can't run it up no more. They said they would love to go to Young Dolph's museum. You know what? I hope that, when the museum comes, when they, the rest in peace Young Dolph said to Memphis. That's right. 10,000 subs, y'all. Let's do it. We can do it. All you got to do is start sharing the videos and stuff on your platforms, like on your social medias and stuff, and asking people to subscribe to the channel. And what I want to do is I want to start giving incentives. If I can do that. And like doing giveaways. I'm definitely gonna start doing that. I have been wanting to like do giveaways. So I guess what I'm gonna have to do is like get some gift cards and stuff. And what I was actually thinking about doing was I know I want to get some, I'm gonna go get some money gift cards, and I'm gonna start reaching out to like some people that I know, um, and seeing if they want to give away gift cards and things of that nature. And you all will have the opportunities to start winning those gift cards and stuff, and you can shop online and all of that. That's what I want to do. But I guess I don't know. Should I you enter into the giveaway? I don't know how you win. You went enter into the giveaway by, every time you share your name, you share the video on your social media, you snap it and send it to me or something. Your name can go into the bucket to win a prize or something. I don't know, because we're on a race to 10,000. Y'all help me to perfect that so that I can, because I like to give away good gifts. you know um let's see, we'll give away $100 gift card, a $50 gift card, um a $25 gift card or something like that. That's how we'll do it. Or maybe I'll get like four $25 gift cards, something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think more about it. Um, Dan Brown says I'm gonna need an escort when I come to Memphis. I need to get in, and I'm telling you, Memphis is definitely in a state of emergency. Okay, and there's so much crime going on. These little dudes are crashing out. Um, these little dudes are crashing out so much because they don't have any guidance, and then they're on drugs. Yeah, I have to understand, like, they've dropped so many drugs into the communities. These kids are on fentanyl real bad. They're on heroin really bad. Um, Down around the area that I live in, I can remember, and I'm gonna get back to Young Dolph and them. I can remember that the rich white kids, there was an opioid epidemic around the little town that I live in now. They declared an emergency, and they immediately started putting money into getting them help immediately, because more rich white kids had gotten on opioids. If I'm saying it right, opioids. But I would think that crack, fentanyl, this heroin, all of this other stuff that they're on, these kids are on, they just out there. They out there in a bad way. And they are doing anything to get it. It has completely fried their brain. And I know this happens in every city and state, but I know like a lot of attention is on Memphis at this time. And I can't say that I'm mad about it, because sometimes attention has to be, a light has to be shined on a situation or a city for there to be for there to be some, for there to be a resolution. Okay, we know that young Dolph, when he was assassinated, it brought a lot of eyes to Memphis, right? It was it just, it brought a lot of attention, and believe it or not, bringing a lot of attention to a situation is, it could be a good thing too. Okay, because it makes the authorities stay on their toes, because people are consistently watching, and they have not lost their zeal as it relates to um young Dolph getting justice. Even those that don't want him to get justice, they watch him, or don't care if he gets justice. They just watch him because of the dynamics and the major components and all of that that's involved in this. They waiting to see what's gonna happen, and who is gonna be, and who gonna be indicted, and all of that. So I think the reason why these teams are out there spinning like they are is because, they know the folks on top of their heads about Dolph. And I do believe, just like in the spiritual realm, I told you I had a dream about young Dolph. I believe just in the spiritual realm, this is how young Dolph has set it up to be. And God, young Dolph and God. This is how it's supposed to be, so that he can get justice. Now, when young Dolph was alive, young Dolph helped a lot of people. He was a giver. Okay, if nothing else, when all of this is resolved, maybe this is going to help to bring, it has already brought a lot of light what happened to him into the music industry. All of the atrocities and things and stuff that is going on in the music industry, we didn't know until Young Dolph was killed. We started talking more about these insurance policies and stuff, that these record, like, it's so much stuff that has been exposed since young Dolph was assassinated. And I believe, because unfortunately he had to be taken away from this life, although he's ascended to another dimension, I just believe his spirit is so strong. He wants for people like Key Glock and other artists to have an opportunity, right? Rest in peace, Young Dolph says, but Memphis and Atlanta dates ain't up yet, but they have at least two cities of right now. Okay. I believe that. And so, like I said, so many people are watching, just curiosity, right? Because if nothing else, even, the people that knew that this was going to happen, they want to see, I think they want to see how good the feds are. Sometimes people can get away with so much stuff. They want to see if, especially if they've been outsmarting the system. A lot of them shocked that some of these folks that have been arrested, and it happened so quick. So I think a lot of these ones that have been sending destruction back to the very communities that they came out of, they want to see if they're the Teflon Don, or if the feds are are smart. If the feds gonna do their job, and they want to see how good the feds are, and I think the feds want to show them how good they are. Okay. Seamus says elevator was too crowded, so I took the stairs. Whole industry with hating, so I give them hell. Long live Dolph. I'm telling you. Nikolai Sprinkler says just pull it up. Hey, Nikolai. Nicolay. Man, I want any MF that played a part in the demise of King Dolph to get fired up by the electric chair. So with all of that being said, y'all, do they? I probably need to say mob ties, but rest in peace, Young Dolph said it was Rap a Lot that wanted Key Glock and them to check in when they were in Houston. And like Player Cole was saying, why would they check in? If they had checked in, they would have dropped their location, because we know how close Black Youngster is to Rap a Lot and mob ties. I mean, and probably and God in them too. But we've just seen Black Youngster and them, hang around them more, right? So is that going to cause an issue? Because you know the word is they have real issues when people don't check in. Charleston White just said the other day and made it clear that the police chief is going along with anything that Jay Prince want. He flat out told him, "Don't come to Houston. We don't want no issues because you got problems with Jay Prince." Hey, I mean, I couldn't believe that one. I mean, that one blew me away. Hey, Catalea. Letitia says, I was wondering if they wanted them to check in when I seen they was in Houston. Yeah, they did right by not checking in. They just would have dropped their location. They just would have dropped their location. Montage ain't having no motion right now. The feds on their A. Y'all, how many likes we got? Have you guys hit the like button? Y'all, we need 20 more likes. I need 20 likes. Help to run me up, you guys. I need 20 likes. I don't see the likes going up, you guys. Hit the like button. Run me up. I need 20 likes. I need at least 20. So if you haven't hit the like button, just hit the like button. If you haven't hit the subscription button, please hit the subscription button. No, I didn't see it. Uh, okay, the last comment I saw was, but Memphis and Atlanta dates ain't up yet, but the last two cities right now. That's the last comment I saw that you had posted. Y'all keep hitting that like button. Keep running the likes up. Everybody, I'm driving, so if I miss anybody, okay, Catalea. So y'all, is this going to cause an issue? Because it appears, that Jay Prince and them have issues with people. They hold grudges when people don't check in. Now they might start getting a little bit low key now because more and more people are watching it. But to hear that they, wanted Young Dolph's artists to check in is, hey, it seems like they still on the same thing. But of course, if it seems like I'm sure that I'm telling you, because see, really the mayor runs the city, runs the police department, because the mayor is the boss of the police chief, right? So the police chief really ain't running the mayor. I mean, he's just managing it every day, but the mayor is running it. I can only imagine how much money Jay Prince has put into the campaign of their mayor, because I mean, if all of this stuff is true, they letting him. I'm talking about all this stuff that he's getting away with. And when Jay Prince sat up and said that it seemed like he had an issue with the Houston Police Department because they did not arrest Migos bands, I knew something was wrong then. He felt like Migos bands was supposed to be arrested instead of the people that was arrested. I said, ain't that something? Okay. Okay. Rest in peace, Young Dolph. Not that I can drop a gem about the Wu and Newski shooting that people never knew went down before Dolph died. Oh, send it to me in the Instagram direct. Okay. You guys, make sure you hit the like button. If you're just coming in here, make sure you hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. but definitely hit the like button. Keep the likes going up and up and up. Dolph the General King. Let's see that thing. Yes, he was. Young Dolph always talked about how you have to be careful of the energy that you put into the atmosphere with so many kids watching. He always said that. Hold on, you guys. I'm looking at something. Hmm. Wow. Wow. You guys, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Okay. Y'all keep running the likes up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, I'm going to drop the link, you guys. Anybody that wants to come up, we're going to make sure we keep it on this subject. We're talking about Key Glock. But of course, now that I know that Key Glock is getting ready to start pushing his label extremely hard, and we know Key Glock is independent. Dolph has taught him how to do that. Of course, you become a threat. You take out somebody like Dolph and you have a duplicate, you know, um, like Key Glock is a little quieter, it seems, than Young Dolph. Um, but it doesn't mean that he doesn't have the smarts and the gems, okay, that Young Dolph has taught him. Okay. So if anybody want to come up, we're talking about let's wrap a lot one Key Glock out of the way. And what was their relationship with Young Dolph? Player Cole was saying that he thinks that the relationship with Young Dolph and Senior was pretty cool. And they probably were cordial, but hey, they may have been cordial, but it does definitely seem that Junior it was more pro CMG, um, definitely. So I don't really know. Yeah. But if he wanted them to check in and they didn't check in, we've already heard that he definitely have issues with people that don't check in with him. But we know that checking in is just another form of extortion, right? It's another form of extortion. And after what happened to Takeoff, I don't know why anybody would ever check in with them. Okay. I don't. Um, Blainfield says Dolph was one of a kind when he gave that waitress a $2,000 tip. He was so excited watching Rachel's reaction to it. Wow. I want to start doing some stuff for people like every month, help somebody do something big every month. If I can get the right people involved with helping me to do it, it's people that's hurting out here for real. It's people that's hurting out here for real. Nicolay says Glock still growing. He just hasn't brought any fire yet. Glock still growing. He just hasn't brought any fire. Glock has brought a lot of fire in his music. He's brought a lot of fire in his music. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, Glock bringing that heat for real. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I just dropped the link. If anybody wants to come up, we're talking about Key Glock and Rap a Lot Records and what was their relationship with Young Dolph. I'm trying to find that interview with Young Dolph was asked about. Hold on one second. I think I know exactly what interview it was. I think I know exactly. Hold on, you guys. I hope I can find it. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Um, I can't find it. I hate to take a whole lot of time to um to look for it, but I tried to play this the other day. Let me see something.
Shout out to Mr. Wallace and the wonderful principal who allowed him and took. I spoke at a school in Memphis last week. I ain't gonna say the name, but shout out to Mr. Wallace and the wonderful principal who allowed him and took a chance on allowing me to come in. Shout out to Miss Rhodes and man, I met so many beautiful black teachers and I seen a white teacher who was over who put a dance program together with a bunch of black girls, all with rhythm online, right? Uh, I met a young kid named Daryl uh, who got in trouble, who ended up being my camera guy. So what I realized from talking to the kids, talking to the teachers, and I was in South Memphis. Uh, those people lost Adolph, Thornton. Everybody else lost Young Dolph, the rapper. But they can still go access his music online on YouTube. These people can't access Adolph no more. You see what I'm saying? So they lost more than what we think we lost in a rapper. Now I never listened to his lyrics before now till he died. Now I'm listening to his lyrics. Man, this nigga ain't killed nobody in his songs. I find out in his community, he never sold crack. He was a crack baby. He never sold hard drugs. Nigga talk about his grandmama, Adam May. everybody around him, homie, flourished. So when you look at Black Youngster, he don't have people around him ain't flourishing. I seen that nigga KOD, what was it, last New Year's Eve? Nigga had a bunch of young niggas around him. He's shining with diamond, but the young niggas around him look dirty and broke. They climbing over shit, ready to go to jail for him, but all them look broke. When you ride through his neighborhood, is he building in his community? Why you see what I'm saying? So nah, homie, we have that much hate in our heart. Now this nigga know what this man have done for his people in his community. Well, nigga, he know what this man done. So what he doing, man, is making himself, he hurting his own people in his own village. He hurting his own people in his own village because the kids in that city is so tuned in to what's going on. The kids in that city is so tuned in to what's going on. That's why I say it's so important to separate the man from the rapper. And my wrongness, Kevin Gates helped me to prove what I'm trying to say. Those are two different people, the rapper and the man. Who would have thought Kevin Gates would have responded like that? Who would have ever thought Kevin Gates would have responded like that? Fuck it. But he showed me I was wrong. Before that, I ain't.
That like to keep the same energy when your aunt passes away. Why should he feel sorry?
Well, let's analyze this. Who have anybody died behind their beef?
No.
Why they beefing? Why they beefing? Why do we hate this man that much? Why? The whole city divided. Why you hate him so much? The ones that saying keep the same energy don't live in Memphis. Yeah, they don't live in Memphis. Yeah, them spectators and observers, they gonna have a whole lot to say. I went there, homie, and them people hurt. Them people hurt. Black Youngster ain't gave hope like Adolph did. That nigga was a crack baby. And look what he did. It's a hell of a start, nigga. But it was one hell of a finish.
I mean, I gotta give Charleston White his props on that statement because he's telling the truth. Okay. Okay. Let's see how many. Yeah, if y'all haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. I'm getting ready to drop the link. If anybody want to come up and talk about this subject, you all definitely can do that. It's 161 people on here, so make sure you guys come up and do that. Yeah, Key Glock didn't. Yeah, Glock is a very major part of Pre, and what makes me extremely proud of Key Glock. Key Glock at this point, even though everybody loves all of them, I mean, he's kind of in the front right now. And the reason that I'm sure if Jay Fizzle had been with Dolph as much as, and even though they was cousins, and Jay Fizzle looks a lot like young Dolph, they have a lot of similarities and features. But Key Glock is the one that is out there, and I think people should be proud of Key Glock, because Key Glock is independent, and he's out there just like a major, like a artist with a machine behind him would be. Because Dolph set them up to do that, Dolph set that up. He did that. And they are taking advantage of what he put in place for them because that's what he wanted. That's right, Davin. They hate that Key Glock can go platinum and sell out shows as a independent artist. He doing it and went platinum. The only independent artist in Memphis to go platinum, I believe, last year. That was not hardly celebrated on a whole lot of platforms. Why didn't they don't want young artists. They don't want to give them that inspiration. That should have been all over every platform. Key Glock them went platinum independently. But they don't ever want these little young artists with the talent to know that. They always want to make them think that they need to be signed to a machine, need to have a machine behind them, and signed to a slave deal. Snoozy Cake says Charleston will be here April 1st. Yeah, Key Glock goes hard. He goes real hard. Is Rest in Peace Young Dolph still in here? A Major went platinum too, featuring Glock. So that's another. Yeah, Major went platinum featuring Glock. Shout out to Glock and all the rest of the pre-clan and Young Dolph. Young Dolph was about liberation. And a lot of people don't understand that the way that things are happening, it ain't got nothing to do with, I guess quote unquote people snitching or anything like that. I don't looking at it. I don't look at it as people snitching. I look at it as folks letting the Lord use them. Okay. I'm gonna do a video on what you told me. I'm gonna do a separate video. Michelle says, I wish Dolph Museum would come to New Jersey at Prudential Center. That would be nice. Yeah, Dolph was, well, what I was going to say is a lot of people don't understand that they got to reap what they sow. Okay? Young Dolph was helping to liberate a lot of these artists. A lot of these artists from these slave deals. So the life of me, I can't understand why artists like Gotti and a whole lot of these other people didn't get together with their money, because they still could have made money and help to push independence. That would liberate them from the slave deals. Okay? That would liberate them from the slave deals. But the reason things are happening the way that it is, it's just got everything to do with God. And I'm telling you, you have to reap what you sow. God wasn't gonna let them just take that boy out like that. Take him from his children, his family, his life, just because they felt like they had a point to prove as if they was God. And I have been saying on my TV show for the longest, for quite a few years now, when I would say I just keep feeling in my spirit because of all of the poverty and things of that nature. And I know a lot of our people want to do better. A lot of people, especially a lot of poor people, regardless to their race, they may not know how to do better. And it takes a brave person like Young Dolph to learn the recipe and be brave enough, okay, to tell the recipe. And so I just kept hearing in my spirit for a very long time, Pharaoh, let my people go. And so when you got somebody like Young Dolph that's brave enough to go up against Pharaoh to help to liberate, because there's a lot of these young artists that's got the talent. And this is who they know. They come from out the hoods, don't know anything about the business. Their families don't know anything about business, and they willing to sign anything in hopes of glitz and glamour. And they pimp their talent and everything else. And God says, Pharaoh, you got to let my people go. And so you got people like Black Youngster them who felt like they had an urgency, although God was using young Dolph and to take him out of here when God was using him to override the real Almighty God, because God in them ain't God. And this is a result of what this is a result of what they did when they try to override the Almighty. So they're gonna have to take that. They're gonna have to take that. And so instead of them saying, hey, I messed up, I took a human life, I took a man away from his children. Because you hear everybody say, I do it for my kids. So you go and you take a man away from his kids. And you think God ain't gonna get you? It's got to happen. That's just the laws of the earth. It's got to happen. And so they don't want to take it. They say they gangster. They use their money to destroy. So they sending these little young dudes out that's already misguided anyways, in their homes, outside of their homes, ain't got nobody instilling or enforcing nothing. And so they send them out to crash out for them because they don't want to take it. But you still going to take it. You just going to have to get more payback for sending somebody else's child out to destruct, because that's all they doing is self-destructing. All because they want to send hits, but they don't want to pay for it. But the time has come where they got to pay. Everything comes to an end. Okay? It's a damn shame when people want to feel free. They want to destroy people's lives and families, and they want to feel free in doing it. They want to feel free. They just want to do it without any repercussions, and those days are over. Okay? Just because a lot of prophets don't look like they looked in the Bible days, God got a lot of his prophets walking around here. And I believe that young Dolph can be considered a prophet because he was helping to liberate the people financially. The young dudes that killed him could have ultimately been the young dudes that he helped to liberate by teaching them the recipe if they would have had their minds right. So they got the same young dudes that they want to make slaves. They got them killing people like young Dolph so that they can make them slaves so that they can never learn the recipe. And you know, the Bible says, touch not my anointed ones and do my prophets no harm. So they're going to have to take that. They did that to him. And anybody that was involved going to have to pay. It ain't no way around it. It ain't no way around it. They said 27 piece for his beard. Yes, the music industry is a sick place, and it's getting sicker and sicker by, the moment. It is. It's getting sicker and sicker. Some of these little ninjas don't want to be saved, and it's sad. That's true. They just don't want to be. And I hate it, y'all. I do. I hate it. I hate to see these young dudes losing their lives. But that's what's happening. And these folks don't care. These OGs don't care. And they want to say I'm just sensitive about it because I'm a woman. But they wrong and they know it. Now let me see how many likes we got. Hey, Demon.
Hey, Sister Soldier, what's going on? Look, I came out here to do a PSA. All these trolls, I know y'all sniffing them fake perks and everything. Y'all nostrils flared up and flared out, and your nose running and shit. But y'all gonna say up off of here. They want to come up in here trying to bash Key Glock, and the main one is trying to say something about Key Glock. I saw him on another channel saying something negative about you. So you know what? Get your raggedy ass up out of here and go pick pennies up off the sidewalk with your broke ass. You know what I'm saying? They mad at Key Glock because, he platinum, he got money in his pockets. All of them boys are dripping. There's another page that really supports Pre, and he stayed dropping videos with all the ice. Girl, they jewelry looking like damn icebergs. You know what I'm saying?
Rob Rogers.
Yeah, girl. I mean, he just posted one with Kenny Money and all of them. Them boys are dripping. So whether you don't, maybe that's him thinking Key Glock ain't doing nothing special. Well, he got to be doing something special. He platinum. Platinum versus rust. Make it make sense. How can you, you come over here and think you getting ready? We ain't rolling like that tonight, and I'm like over it. Anybody come over here trolling Glock or anybody, you out of here. You out of here. And that's why I told rest in peace, young Dolph, save them jewels. Don't put them out there because, they want to come over here. They want to bash you and go in on you, but want to sit your ass over here in the bushes getting content. Because you don't have any sources. You don't know no damn body, but other trolls and other scammers. So stay the hell from over here, with your pen and pad looking for some damn content. Hate on somebody that got real sources and real connections. You can't never destroy nobody's credibility, especially not Tamara's.
Amen.
Amen. And let the church say amen. And I'm going to go back in the bushes so I can get on these damn trolls. Because, I just had to say that. I just get sick and tired of these people sitting up with no damn life thinking they're going to come over here and bash Pre. It ain't happening. I don't give a damn what you don't like.
Channel. They know we pro Pre.
Yeah. Yeah. So the same one, they creep over here. They stay away for a while. And then I see them creep back over here trying to act like they riding out. No, I done already been in the other comments everywhere. I read comments everywhere. When I see your name and I see you come over here, you got to go. You got to go. Yes, I'm a troll. I troll comments because I want to see who's saying what. I don't even listen to the video. I just read the comments to see what they're saying. Yeah. Now, so, that's it and that's all because he pissed me off tonight. And I already, like I said, I already seen you somewhere else on that bullshit. So, we're going to keep it positive. We're going to keep it riding out for Pre. This is pro Pre. And if you're not pro Pre, just stay away, sit in the basements, snort your fake perks or do whatever you're doing, smoke your meth and leave us alone. Yeah, it makes me mad. You know what I'm saying? Because, they need all the support they can get. They really do. Let me get out my living room because I got this projector, this TV going.
It seems like as soon as we block one day, here they come back with another.
Girl,
it's really mad that we talk. I told you whenever the record label started putting them on a mission, whenever they started attacking me, they started sending other blogs out to attack me because I was pro Key Glock them.
Yeah, they need to take that same damn energy and get some ointment and treat them meth scabs on their bodies because they scabbed up, right? The freaking scabs. That's what they are. They scabs. They worse than a wound. They a scab at this point. So that's what they need to be doing. Get off the internet, go in the bathroom, get your ointment out, and start treating them damn meth scabs all over your face and your arms. All right, girl, I'm gonna hop down and let you finish talking.
Okay, thank you, hon. Thanks for coming up.
All right, babe. Love you.
Love you too.
All right.
All right. Jerry Rice says, good evening. Hey, Jerry Dwight. Lord, all y'all had a part of Dolph. You too. Oh Lord Jesus. As soon as they got about 50 pages. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Whew. That mental illness is coming out. That's scary. I'm starting to fear for my life on some of these folks on here. I'm serious. I am. These folks is sick. That's the same troll. I bet it's the same troll. I bet they real obsessive. They be real obsessive. But you know how to do them record labels tell them to do. Just when y'all see them come in, just block them since they trolling. They said all of us had a part of Dolph. Lord have mercy. Mm, mm, mm. Alexis Sky, they done went and got the whole team tonight. They done went and got the whole team. Whew, Lord have mercy. I dropped the link. If anybody want to come up, y'all can definitely come up. I mean, because y'all know it ain't nothing new. Like I said, when I started talking about topics like this, especially, it's something about when I talk about Key Glock, and it's just when I talk about him. I see other people do positive videos and stuff on Key Glock. I mean, it's only a few other vloggers that do positive posts on him, but you know, they don't get the hate that I get. Why they running over here when I do positive videos on Key Glock? Because I mean, they're not gonna stop me from doing it. They're not going to stop me from doing it because Key Glock didn't have anything to do with Young Dolph's murder. But see, when they have been paid by CMG to spread a false narrative, and I wonder if CMG even paying them. Or are they just taking it up on themselves in hopes of getting some? Because sometimes folks ain't even got to pay you. You just be hoping to get some. Some of these folks crazy like that. Well, if I had told them I had got my team and the rest of my mentally ill team and put them on the internet, and we had trolled that did Key Glock, maybe I can get some of my artists on. Because that's all it's about. It ain't going to happen. Because you're a scammer. Okay? And it's a vlogger on here, a male, that I was shocked to hear send his people at me. And I ain't never went in on that vlogger. Never. When folks was going in on him, I wouldn't even go in on him. I wouldn't even let folks come up on my panel and talk about what they felt about him because I didn't want to be in there. But I was told he sent his people out and had some of his hackers to hack me too in the beginning because they all together. His sidekick that was in that sector with him is one that's in this chat tonight because he's obsessed with me. Okay. I know they be trying to act like they've fallen out, but we know they haven't. Okay. But anyways, you guys, hey, we knew that this was gonna happen when I started speaking positively about Key Glock. There are certain labels that they don't want you to talk negative about. They don't want you to talk negative about CMG. They have a team, and Mob Ties and Rap A Lot has a team, and it's the same damn team because they connected. Okay, that team of trolls that comes at you, okay, but they only come at women because I see a lot of other it's some other people that talk negatively about Mob Ties and stuff, and you can't you can't pay them to go at them. But that's how it's a man. Um, a man that hates that hates women. Don't get me started into talking about why a lot of these men hate women. They supposed to be thugs and what do they call them? Steppers and all of that. Anytime you sitting up talking about you a stepper and you taking women out, you sick. Use pathetic. Absolutely, Russell. Beefing with a female on the internet is absolutely like beefing on the internet is sick anyways. I can't do it. I'm not gonna get on the internet and beef. I just I can't do that. I just can't do it. But for a man to try to beef with a woman, that's I don't it just ain't no I ain't got no words for it. It's lame. You're right. It's definitely harassment. It's definitely harassment. And they start like somebody was saying, Miss T, their goal is to try and wear you down. We send one out. If it don't work, we're gonna send out this one to assassinate you. If that don't work, okay, we'll regroup and send this one out to assassinate you until you leave. That's their strategy. And when that don't work, I already heard, got word that one was trying to put a hit on me. That's on paper. Okay. But we're gonna get back to the topic. Does Rap A Lot want Key Glock out of the way? Now, as I was saying earlier, for some of you all that are just coming in, okay, based on what Rest in Peace Young Dolph was saying, that he's saying that they're saying that Jay Prince wanted Key Glock and them to check in. Because y'all know that Dolph had the Dolphland had they had Dolphland or Dolph's Museum in Houston. Okay. They had Dolphland in Houston. I mean, Dolph's Museum in Houston, and the rumor is that they wanted Key Glock and them to check in. They wouldn't check in, and so I'm hearing Jay Prince had a problem with that. But it wouldn't have been good for Key Glock them to check in because, as Player Cole was saying, they would have been able to drop their location, give their location out to somebody. Okay. Hold on, you guys. Y'all hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, but definitely hit the like button. But it would not have been conducive for Key Glock and them Cavalier said they was trying to sign Key Glock, and Key Glock them weren't going. And then Key Glock, when you saw Key Glock at that Dolph Museum, Key Glock, I was looking at the men that was standing around Key Glock. Okay, they were professional bodyguards. Okay. So I'm sure they advise them too, because they get a lot of intel. A lot of professional bodyguards have worked with law enforcement in some way, shape, or form. I done told y'all, get y'all some of them federal agents, okay, that do off-duty security. I'm telling you what I know now. They'll have all the intel on if somebody is trying to set you up when you go to another state. Now, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing illegal, because you can't do nothing illegal around them agents now. Just walk the straight path when they're your bodyguards, but you're gonna have all the intel. You ain't gonna have to worry about when you're going into another state, because they knows how to get all of the intelligence on what's gonna happen before you get there. Okay. And that's what's gonna cut out a lot of this crap. Because I'd rather have a law enforcement agent officer around me of some sort, if I'm a celebrity, and take them saying whatever that's off duty, that's my bodyguard, than to go to another state and let these dudes kill me as like they want to do. It's a darn shame that these folks want to kill you because you dare to be great. That's all it's about. That's all it's about. Cornell Clay says have professional security and one street dude, and make sure that one street dude is not a hothead where he popping off either. Just on, you have to be smart, because a lot of times people want, when people are trying to bait you into something, that's when you don't do it. When it's because people would try to bait you into stuff. He should be at Letitia. He haven't done this much talking in years. No street dudes is no professional security. Why shit got too out of hand? No real professional security. Like, do they have professional security? We're gonna make sure that we support you more than they hate on you. Thank you, Neo. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate that so much. Because you know what? Y'all have never seen me hate on nobody. I don't get on here and hate on folks. Never have I gotten on here and hated on anybody. You will never in your life hear me. Even when people have came at me, you will never hear me tell somebody, go unsubscribe from this person. My mind don't work like that. I'm not that. I'm just not that type of person. My mind is not set up like that. And I'm not a jealous-hearted person. And when I'm genuine with people, I'm very genuine with them. I'm a rider for real until you cross me. If I let you in my inner gate and you try and double cross me, I can't let you back in. I done had people to stab me in my back too much. And that's why I always say, when you cross me, when you double cross me, God ain't gonna let you hurt me too bad anyways, because I'm a favored person and I got prayer and stuff all around me. But I always say, before you cross me out, you better make sure you never need me again, because I ain't coming back. I ain't letting you back in for you to finish me off. And a lot of people have issues with that. When I ride, I ride. I ain't jealous of nobody. I always want to see people do well. That's the type of person I am. That's the reason why God blesses me. I understand this is a whole big world. It ain't nowhere in the world I can have everything. It ain't nowhere in this world I can have all the subscribers. My mind don't work like that. I know damn well that every subscriber on YouTube ain't gonna even like my personality. Okay? So you ain't gonna hear me say don't subscribe to this person, don't do this. I can't do that. I have too much other stuff going on. I don't care what people vlog about. I don't. I worry about what I do on my page. I don't worry about what other people do on their page. Okay? I can't control that. I can control this. Okay? But it's sad even now that some of these people that's making these fake pages, some of them be hollering about justice for Dolph. And they got the same mentality as the people that assassinated young Dolph. Okay? They're two of the same. Two of the same. But over here, okay, I support Key Glock because I know Key Glock had nothing to do, okay, with young Dolph's death. I know that. Key Glock had nothing to do with that. And I think it's sad when people can be paid to put that into the atmosphere. They can be paid to do that. It's one thing if a person, it's one thing when you feel a certain way. You go, well, I don't know, I'm on the line about it. I just don't know. Because sometimes people just don't know. It's another thing when you're paid to do it. That means it's just a job to you to try and destroy somebody's career. I mean, that's just too low of a job. It's business as usual. I ain't got no dog in that fight. They just threw me a little money to try and assassinate somebody's character, destroy their career, and pin a murder on them. That's evil on a whole nother darn level. Okay? That's evil on a whole nother level. Okay? So when people are in sectors on here, so when people are in sectors on here, okay, and they can tell you to go and troll and you go and do it, go troll their person page. You better be careful about who you mess with. Because I'm going to tell y'all about the power of prayer. Okay? It's powerful than them guns that y'all try to use to stop a person from being blessed. Because that's what a lot of people on YouTube do. They sits up and plots hits on people's lives to stop them from being blessed. That's what they doing. What somebody say, how do I know that Key Glock didn't do it? Did I see that? Somebody said, how do you know Key Glock didn't do it? How do you know Key Glock don't have nothing to do with it? Wasn't he originally Trula? And he the only person to make a come up? Key Glock was already up. Key Glock was already doing good. Before Young Dolph died, he had already made Key Glock a millionaire. I don't know what you mean by that one, Lily Nick. Jay Fizzle said Jay Fizzle said he rich. Jay Fizzle said he rich. And it's by way of Dolph. Okay. All of them say they got money. And I think the issue with our community is we get mad when we think somebody coming up. They coming up. Is he supposed to stay down? As long as a person down in the black community, you good. You safe. Just stay down. But the moment you start coming up, that's worse than going taking out somebody's family member. I'd rather see my mama dead than for you to come up. That's how sick folks is. And that's the reason why our community is still behind. Okay? People's problems is now that young Dolph is gone, you know, the media has put the spotlight on Key Glock. Don't y'all think that's what young Dolph would? Young Dolph was doing that anyways. He was ready to go on to other things. He had said himself and set his artists up, put them in the spotlight. Because they didn't want the man to be great. They was consistently threatening his life. Just like some of these vloggers doing. To anybody that dare tell the truth about his life. Okay. When you try to stop somebody's greatness, you're right, new to you. So much witchcraft on the app. That's what you call witchcraft. Trying to block somebody's blessings, jealousy. That's witchcraft. That's witchcraft, period. Because that jealousy starts to spread like a cancer. You can't sleep at night. You can't you can't stand anything about that person. I don't go to people's pages that I can't stand. If I can't stand, first of all, my mind don't work like that too, unless a person has violated me. Okay. But if I don't like how somebody vlog, I just don't. I won't even take that into my spirit. I can't take that into my eye gates, my ear gates. I'm not gonna click on their vlog just to hate them. That's mental illness. And then the whole time I'm on the vlog, I'm in the bushes. Ugh, ugh, ugh. I hate this person. Just listen to him. Ugh, ugh. I can't stand it. Ugh. And I'm just getting madder and madder and madder. That's a damn mental illness. Why would I do myself like that when all I got to do is pass it up? That's why I said that's not how my life and mine and stuff is set up. When I can be happy and push on past the vlog. That's right, new to you. Intimidate, manipulate, dominate equals witchcraft. Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. And dominate is when you start thinking, I can't stop this person, but we can all plot a hit on that person's life. Just like what they did to young Dolph. If you don't think it's happening on YouTube, you're a damn fool. All about a damn vlog. That's how sick these folks is. I'm telling you it's happening. And that's why the feds done had to step in. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. But child, these folks is mad that I supports Key Glock. I thought I done told I've said many times that I can't be controlled. I can't be controlled. Y'all, it is a state. Memphis is in a state of emergency. I gotta show y'all this. Shout out to the cousin pastor. Y'all know what that is, right? I just happened to click on this. This is how bad off it is around these parts. Okay, this is his Facebook page. He said several days ago, thieves broke into cars on the St. Francis parking lot. I wonder where the security was. Now, the security was probably there, but probably too damn scared to say anything. Okay. So, look, can y'all see that? They done went to the hospital lot while the doctors and nurses in the hospital and people out there visiting their loved ones that's sick. Okay. And broke into the people cars. Y'all see the broken windows? Look. Now, a person that do something like this, they tweaking. That means they tweaking. They looking for a penny, trying to put some quarters together to go get them a hit. Okay? You can't even go to the hospital and visit your loved ones or work. The folks knocking the windows out. That's a darn shame. Thank you, Wisdom Knight. That's right, penny busters. And so you already know these are young people. Now these folks that's on here trolling, I'm willing to bet they got teenage kids and older. And I bet they just as misguided as them. Because anytime you got a parent that takes on the job of being a troll, it ain't the kid's fault though. But what can we expect? Security was in. I agree with you. I agree with you, Carrera. Because sometimes these hospitals go and hire security so they can pay them minimum wage. What you think you going to get? Because that parking lot ain't that big. They hit plenty of cars. Why security didn't see that? Unless they was too scared. Joel guys says they are on a suicide mission because someone is going to take them out. Okay, so tomorrow they might must down. Wow. Yeah, make sure you guys are hitting the like button if you haven't already hit the like button. It's 185 people in here. Make sure you hit the like button. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Hold on 1 second. I'm looking at something. DK Daddy says she think that mob ties days are numbered. I do too. I think Senior is doing everything he can though to try and prevent that. But I think Senior did more harm than he helped. Because when he did that interview, the only thing he really did was just let people know that he didn't really have any remorse for what had happened. And for him to say that he wished that Migos Bands had died, they should have hit Migos Bands. That was evil. How could he fix his mouth to say something like that? Yeah, he fluked out. He said, "Oh, y'all, I forgot to tell y'all the reason Jay Prince really pulled that stunt because what Jay Fizzle said in his new snippet. What he said in this snippet? What did Jay Fizzle say in his snippet? I'm mob tied, but ain't signed to Jay Prince. I guess they took that. Oh, Jay Fizzle said I'm mob tied, but I ain't tied to Jay Prince. I guess they took that as a shot. Oh wow. Hey, Mama G. A recession hitting the throwaway kids harder than what's being reported. Grown folks ain't worried about spending $500 a shirt. And $1,000 for shoes ain't making no sense. Ain't making no sense at all. You're absolutely right. It does not make any sense. Senior showed his hands, talking all over himself. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. You guys, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button. They're going to get the daddy first if they can catch him, D-Cat. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link if anybody wants to come up. But I've dropped the link several times, so nobody wants to come up. Our Prince family losing steam, baby. Yes, they are. Y'all think Senior is scared? Why do y'all think that Senior really did that interview? What do y'all think Senior's motive was for doing that interview? And you guys, when y'all get the chance, make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to Code Figure. I don't think he's at 1,000 subscribers yet. And they took his last page. We want to make sure we get him monetized, get him back up to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours too. Y'all know I'm crazy about Code Figure. And we don't date or nothing like that because these folks are sick. In their mind, just because I say I support somebody, make sure y'all go support him. Senior better go stock up on being gay Geritol and mothballs. Feds then visited him, Tamara. That's why he's scared. Oh, so the feds visited him. That's why he's scared. But then he got on there. He threatened Offset. I still don't understand why he threatened Offset. It was definitely a motive, but why would he threaten Offset? For some reason I don't understand that one. Was he trying to see where Offset's head was or whatever? Was he trying to see what Offset was thinking? Because oftentimes people will do stuff to try to they'll poke at you to try to see where your head is. Interview to save the juniors. Oh, Jay Prince is trying to curtail the investigation, trying to change the narrative. That's what it was. And save his boys. Okay. Yeah, but it seemed like to me he only hurt. Well, he definitely hurt himself more. Because when he said that Migos bands need to be arrested, that Houston police didn't do their job or something, he said anywhere in the world, anywhere else, he would have been arrested. The best thing that they could have ever did was had that video camera going, that phone out, because they was going to pin that murder on Migos bands. Y'all see the police chief was sitting up. They put out their press conference talking about he was a person of interest. They was gonna try to pin it on him. They just couldn't. To protect Junior and Lil C. Junior talking, he can't protect Junior. Isn't Lil C in the feds? Talking about little Cam. I don't know if he's in the feds or not. He in jail. Dolph reminds me of a man that was hiding. A man that was riding from a concert. He just performed with a pocket full of money in a limo and pulled over to help a black man being beat by two white guys. His name is Tupac Shakur. Bosses don't speak. Jay Prince gonna lose his life trying to clean up juniors. Because we ain't never known Jay Prince to do a lot of interviews. There was a hit on Takeoff. The fight was a misdirection. That's what it seems to he Takeoff was killed execution style. He was killed execution style. You know that's what bothers me so much. It would appear that it was a hit. Takeoff ain't want to sign the contract, and Jay Prince felt disrespected. Right, but the video came out. That's why Jay Prince was pissed about the video. 144,000 Russians killed so far. Wow. Yep, CW told them he was trying to curtail the investigation and told he had report. Wow. If the feds are watching, they are taking their sweet little time. How many more lives will be taken before they actually step in? Y'all know the feds investigations are perpetual. They are perpetual because when they get you, you through. So they like for people to feel comfortable in their wrongdoing. That's how they're able to get what they, get the conviction rates. The percentage of conviction rates that they have. Allegedly, Joshua Cameron was picked up by the feds on January 28th. Okay. He was with the wrong people at the wrong place. Jay Prince stopped Charleston event, said the HPD scared of Jay Prince. That's what Charleston White said. I saw that. Hold on. Michelle says, he's trying to save his boys. He never really speaks. No Takeoff didn't want to shoot the video in Fifth Ward. Oh, Takeoff didn't want to shoot the video in Fifth Ward. It seems like everyone that doesn't sign contract dies or get life in jail for a fall guy doing their dirty work. Those cops that were around Takeoff minus will have been a part of his death is because they just stood and watched him die. Why are citizens walking around with guns? I know the Second Amendment, but does anyone else find it ridiculous? I don't trust strangers as it is. Yeah. I hear you. You guys, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't hit it. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. But definitely hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Dolph is for the underdog. Dolph is for the underdog. I was an underdog, being bullied in my own community. Times up for bullies. It's why I love Charleston White. God is flexing on these boys. I've never seen this momentum before. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that God is stopping. It's one thing when people commit crimes. It's another thing, when people, you know, I guess commit certain types of crimes. It's another thing when you're violating people. Especially people that have not done anything to you. And God is stopping all this, but people do what they are comfortable and used to doing. Okay. And I know sometimes I say, when I hear people say, and we've all said, well, you know, why me? And sometimes God allows it to happen to you, especially if you got a lot of favor on your life, because it stops with you. I feel like feeling vulnerable and taking about mental struggles is looked down in the Black community. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of Black people was always taught not to go get no mental help. They was taught whatever goes on in our household. That's why a lot of women allowed their husbands to beat them and nothing ever happened, because they was taught whatever happens in this house stays in this house. You don't go outside of this house for help. You don't talk about it. You just suffer in silence. That's what has been taught in our communities. And it's unfortunate. Suffer in silence. And that's sad. That's real sad. Suffer in silence. The mighty power of Jehovah. One thing for sure, when people start doing a lot of talking that don't normally do, they desperate. They know something is about to come. I bet if Duke the Jeweler was white, there would have been an arrest. Right. They just letting Duke the Jeweler's case. They're not trying to do anything about Duke the Jeweler. Yeah, they've been after the Elder Prince for years. And what a lot of people don't know is um, it's been the same thing with Gotti. You know. Um, Baby, it's a new day because these people gone crazy and need mental healing. I'm telling you, our community needs healing. Our community definitely needs healing, and that's the God's truth. Our community is in a state of emergency. Definitely in a state of emergency. Okay. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. If you haven't subscribed, please do. A therapist, psychiatrist, a mentor, somebody with somebody. But our community is in a state of emergency, and I know that it is happening everywhere, you guys. And even though I be fussing and stuff, y'all know I fuss. I definitely fuss because I care about the state of our community. I definitely fuss because I definitely I care about what goes on in our community. Um, our community is in a state of emergency. And I say this with a lot of passion. And I know I be getting on here and I be fussing, but I'm talking in all seriousness. I put I'm hard on black men because I understand the position that black men are supposed to play in our communities, right? And I hear a lot of black men say that it's too many strong black women, but black women are forced to be strong because a lot of men have stepped away from the throne and leaving black women to do nothing else but be strong because they got to take care of the household and the children, right? Whereas any woman that's a real woman wants, you know, a man um to be the head that's led by God, right? And so it's extremely disappointing to me. The reason I put a lot of emphasis on the OGs, because the OGs are supposed to be leading the black community, okay, and helping to lead us out of bondage. They're supposed to be leading the women and their children. And it's not happening the way that it should. There are some that do, but there are a lot that don't. It bothers me. The reason every time I get on here, I talk about, I can't believe these OGs are leading these younger dudes into burning houses. These black men are supposed to be strategizing, protecting, and providing for their women and their children. It just ain't nowhere. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's what I saw growing up. They talk about women are hard headed. Most women are spoiled, anyways. Okay. But ain't no woman got no issue with a man that she know is gonna lead her and them kids right leading. She'll submit in a heartbeat if she can trust him. As strong as I am, if I know I can trust him, uh to all my female friends, girl, I love y'all, but he gonna be home in 2 hours. I got to cook. Bye. We gonna talk tomorrow. Cause I got to cook his chicken and fish and have his bath water ran. Cause he paying all these bills. And he gonna be tired from being out there working all day. And he want that house clean. Okay. And I have to lay my teddy out on the bed. So when we get out the shower together, I got to step in it because that's what women want. But instead, what we're seeing is we're seeing men going to jail for 15 and 20 years to prove a point to another man, leaving his women and his children out there with nothing to prove a point to another man. That's my dog. I'm loyal. While he out there flexing and flogging and faking with his woman and kids, and then get mad. She won, what do they call it? What do you call it? Steady? I can't think of the word. She won what's the word that they say to the women? You ain't steady. She won stable. What's the word, y'all? I'm it's on the tip of my tongue. Solid. She wasn't solid. I went away for 18 years and at she's screwing up. She done started screwing the man that you going doing the time for, because that's why he wanted your ass in jail, so he can go screw your woman. Okay. That's why he wanted you in jail, so he could go screw your woman. Okay. And so a lot of women are disappointed and hurt because while you trying to prove that you solid to a gang, your children and your woman out there suffering, she's struggling trying to take care of all them kids she got by you because you proving you got more loyalty to another man than you do your own kids. And she's supposed to respect that. I don't blame her. I wouldn't stay with you either because you chose another man over your darn kids. And you leave her out there with nothing. So she got to work 2-3 jobs because she got to work 2-3 jobs to make ends meet while you in jail talking about, yeah, I'm solid to my nigga. And your oldest child left to try and raise the other kids while mom out trying to put food on the table. It's a darn shame before God. And so they wonder why a lot of these women mean as hell and bitter. And she don't even much know how to look you in your eye. Because you done disappointed her. How you going to go do 14 years for another man and he out here living his best life and you got kids out here frolicking around with a woman that he done dreamed of his whole life, living his best life, his kids going to, he and his kids' life, everything. They ain't got to come behind no jail cell to see him. It ain't traumatizing them. He done made it to every graduation, everything, and you in jail. Talking about, I'm Lord, I'm a hitter. And so that's why I say the mindset of Black men gotta change. It's just trifling. They got the issues confused, y'all. They got the issues confused. So if you want your woman to act right, why don't you treat her right? She'll act right if you treat her right. But that's the problem. Don't nobody want to treat nobody right. They want to traumatize everybody. Then you want to go and show your loyalty to another man and be gone 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 25 years and think that woman gonna have the same type of love for you when you done chose another man and the street life over her and your damn kids. So that's why I say these Black men got to get it together. They got to get it together. Do right for your kids. If they did right by their kids wouldn't have to be seeking validation from the OGs. These no good OGs could not send your child out to go do a hit if you had them validated. If you was a consistent physical being in their life and you made your presence known, the OGs would know better than to even try to ask your child to go do a hit. I remember when my kids were in high school, my oldest daughter was smart, but she was sassy. She kind of was like me. A lot of times she wanted to have the last words. I remember I had to go up to the high school. And when I went up to the high school, I never had to go much. But when I went, I sure never told the teachers, my daughter didn't do that. I would never say that. Hell, I knew what my daughter would do before she left home. I knew how many times I had to mush her face because she wouldn't stop talking because she thought she was going to get the last word. So when the teachers called me and said that she was doing what she was doing, because I knew my child and I paid close attention to my child, I knew it was about right. She rolled her eyes at me. I told her to do this and she said, ugh, and rolled her eyes. I know damn well I wasn't going to go up there and say, well, you know, she don't normally do that. I knew damn well she had them did it because she would do it at home. Okay? You know what your kids will do before anybody tell you. So when my baby girl got in trouble one day, And she called me and she was really screaming and crying. I knew something was wrong because I knew my baby girl was different. So I said, well, let me speak to the teacher. And it was a substitute teacher. And he said, well, okay, well, she was hanging with the group of girls and she was hanging in the back of the class with the group of girls and she was sitting back there with them. So I thought she was involved. And they were saying they was really going off in the background. We told him she wasn't involved. We was playing cards. She wasn't playing cards. She was just sitting back here. Yo, old self. I mean, they was really telling him off because my baby had never got in no trouble. They knew she was a good girl. So when she called me crying, I knew something was wrong because that one didn't get in no trouble, but that oldest one did. Okay? But the problem is a lot of these folks try to uphold their kids and they know they wrong. They know their kids out here breaking in cars and breaking in houses. They out here selling drugs. They ain't trying to stop them because they benefiting. Your son come in the house with 2 pockets full of money. Where you think he get it from? And he ain't going to no job. Give me some. I want some. I need my weaves done. Okay? Then you have the daddies. Lord have mercy. Your son out there selling dope. Instead of trying to tell him something, son, can't you let me hold some? My son a baller. And then somebody kill him. Oh, I'm getting ready to shoot something about my son. But you didn't try to get him out the corner. You encouraged him to stay out there on that corner and sell drugs so you could get the money. That's the reason why I say our community needs some repair. And I stand on that, y'all. I stand on it. I've seen it too much. I would much rather see our black men, especially the young generation. I saw Seamus in here earlier. Seamus said he was about 20, 425. Very well spoken. It is that you will never see me get on here and talk bad about Key Glock because first of all, Key Glock didn't have nothing to do with Dolph's death. That's number one. But even with Straight Drop, even though Straight Drop got to pay for what he did, you don't hear me go real hard on him because Straight Drop is still a child in my eyes. And I know he was misguided. No guidance and sent out. It's a damn shame. He could have been something. I keep saying that. They could have made him into a star. They could have made him into a mildest star, nothing else. He ain't no bad looking child. He's very handsome. And they could have made him, they could have marketed him to the little girls his age. But instead, they chose to misuse somebody's child and send him out to crash out. Okay? He was already troubled. And so what they did was because they knew there was more than likely some mental illness there, because you got to be mentally ill to have some of the charges that Straight Drop got. And then to take pride in being a hitman, that's taking a human life. You sick. Okay? Okay, Big Will. Hold on. Let me see. Thank you. Thank you so much, Big Wheel, for the cash out. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. You tried 3 times? Well, it's there. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate that so much. Um, but there has to be some reconciliation in the Black community. Okay, it has to be some reconciliation because our people are in a state of emergency. And if the Black men don't stand up and do something, because see, the order is God, the man, and the woman. These men got to stand up and do something. Thank you, Oceanfront for Records, for the 1999 super sticker. Yes, it's all good. Thank you so much, Big Wheel. These men have to, and thank you, Oceanfront, for the 1999 super sticker. Okay? It's gonna have to be some reconciliation in the Black community with the Black men and the Black women. Because everything is in disarray. That was such a blessing, Big Wheel, what you just sent me. And from you too, Oceanfront. But that was such a big blessing, Big Wheel. I appreciate that so much. Okay. But there has to be some reconciliation within our communities where, the Black men are getting back on their throne. And their throne, as king and running their households and running them right. Right? Because these kids need their fathers. They have their mothers, they need their fathers too. And if you ain't gonna be with the woman, at least be in your kids' life and spend some time with them. Because we see now that there are people that's out there that's misusing folks' kids, using them as shields, and sending them out to do their dirty work. And their mindset is, I don't care because they ain't none of my kids. Anytime you can get to that point, you're a sick individual where you can send somebody's child on a hit. I don't care if they're in their early 20s or not. And if you in your 30s and 40s doing hits, you really is a fool. You's an old stupid fool. Okay? But there has to be some reconciliation in the Black community. Okay? And so Memphis is in a state of emergency. And I know a lot of people are saying that, talking about CJ Davis, and the energy in Memphis is, and I guess maybe they affiliate CJ Davis with the mayor. I don't know, but more people in the city of Memphis is mad at the mayor because they understand that CJ Davis don't run that police department. Let's just be real. She manages the police department about like in Houston. They got her there as a figurehead, but she ain't running nothing. The mayor is running that police department. And so he is comfortable with all of the blame being on her. And she took that position to have all the blame put on her. Okay? But we know that anything before she does anything, it has to be approved by him. He ultimately runs the police department. Now, the sheriff is his own man because he's an elected official. He's elected by the people. Nobody runs him. But the police chief is ran by the mayor, who ultimately runs that police department. And he ain't did a darn thing. But I think it's a shame, as Black people, we got to start having more pride. If you know somebody is putting you in a position for you just to be a figurehead and to pander to the media, but you ain't able to run nothing, it's time to say, no, if I can't have control and run it like I want to run it, I don't want it. But all people want is just position. People are comfortable with that. No pride, no nothing. And so it's easier to put her out there and hide behind a Black woman. Okay? Thank you, DCAT, for the $20 super sticker. And the police department is being ran poorly. All the power brokers and all that. Because see, when they get through, crime pays. If they wanted to control this crime, they could. But they don't want to control it. Because a lot of the people, the city officials in the city of Memphis are lawyers. And when their terms are up, they're going straight back over there to their firms. The Memphis police mayor is a lawyer. All of his friends, his colleagues are lawyers. So if this crime get out of control, everybody gonna need what? A lawyer. All of this stuff was engineered. The Memphians knew that. And that's why I say we have to be very meticulous about who we vote for, not just in Memphis, anywhere. Okay? Hold people's feet to the fire. No, you can't get my vote. If you ain't going to do nothing for my community, and the Black community is in a state of emergency, our people are hurting, then you ain't going to get my vote. Put your vote in your back pocket. You can't come and hoop and holler in the church. Okay? The Memphis mayor is not tough enough. Okay? The Memphis mayor is a politician. Now, the Memphis mayor I've interviewed, he's been over to my studio, and I've interviewed him. But I'm gonna tell you what the Memphis mayor does. He starts these programs, and he have people that he chooses. Like some of these pastors, he'll say, "Well, we got a grant coming in," and instead of giving it to the people that need it, he'll say, "But I'm gonna put this organization over that grant." But these are all people that he trusts, and oftentimes they're Black people. And guess what they do? Put the money in their pocket or give it to the people they know. The folks that need it still ain't getting it. Okay? They give it to the churches, especially. And then they feel like it's safe if we give it to the churches, let them be over the grants, let them distribute it. I don't really care how they distribute it. I just know if we let them be over it, they're going to get their people to vote for us again. And that's all they care about. And it ain't just happening in Memphis. It's happening everywhere. There has to be a change in our community. and our mindset. We could change it. We need to start raising up newer politicians with innovative ideas and new mindsets. That's why when it was time for him to go, my dad said, I'm going to tell you what, I've learned the system. He said, so I've been here long enough, and I really hate he stayed so long. And he started grooming somebody else. He said, before my next election, I'm gonna retire. And if I retire, then we can vote in who we want to take my spot. But if I wait till my term is out, then they'll pretty much try to push who they want. But I want to give somebody that's going to carry on my legacy, that's going to do the help of the people, for the people to be put here. That's a smart ass black man. I love that man so much, it's ridiculous. That's my damn daddy. I love him. You talk about a strategist. That's a strategist for real. Came up from nothing and came in with nothing, walked out with everything. Okay, to include his dignity and pride, which were the two most important things. Okay, they couldn't stand him because he was unbought and unbossed. And so when people don't like me, they have to understand I'm a product of that. I'm a product of that. I can't be in no cliques. I'm not going to. I ain't in no sectors. More power to you. But I ain't in no sector. I'm not going to be clicked up. And I'm not going to be violated. Okay? And so that's why I say I can't understand why people can't make their money and leave other folks alone. The same thing going on with Key Glock. All Key Glock, just like Dolph wanted to do, was be great. That's it. But for some reason, it is a crime in the Black community to be great. The Black community is a community that loves success, but hate on successful people. And we got to change our mindset as it relates to that. Okay? We got to change our mindset. Okay? Y'all know when we come in here, we be intending to talk about one thing, and we get to talking about like 100 different other things. But that's the beautiful thing about it, right? We get to talking about a whole lot of other stuff. But I feel like whatever we talk about is what we need to talk about, right? It's what we need to talk about. Hey, I wish anybody who want to be successful in anything they do, I wish them success. They ain't gonna see me trying to hinder them. I don't have the energy to try to hinder nobody because I have other things going on in my life. I have a grandbaby. I got children. I got my own things going on. I'm trying to build stuff. I got my own channel. Hey, I ain't got no issues with what nobody else do. You'll never see me trying to throw daggers in nothing nobody else got. Because if I do that, I can't concentrate on what I'm trying to develop. It takes too much energy to hate on somebody else. You'll never see me doing it. Okay? You'll never see me doing it. That's not how I roll. All right? Dima says, sadly, these young Thundercats not going to change their mindset until they either get locked up or go to the grave. That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. I see so many young ladies, and that's because I am a lady, a woman, that have so much potential, but they have a lot of doubt. Whatever it is that you want to do, go do it. Don't worry about nobody else. Don't let nobody pull you into no beef or no fight with nobody else that you don't know. Whatever it is that you want to do, get about going to do it. It's out there. Get on your knees and start praying and look into the hills, because that's where all of your help is going to come from. Stop looking to people and start looking to the hills. I fall to my knees every night and I look to the hills, because that's where my help comes from. It comes from God. Too many people have started looking to man as if they are God. They ain't God. Y'all better start looking to the hills. Okay? All of because whatever it is that you're trying to do, if it's worth having, you're going to have to go through some stuff, and you're going to have to stay on your knees looking up there, because that's where your strength is going to come from. Get about your business. When you start zoning other people out and stop worrying about what they got going on, the more you can focus on what it is that you want. Go back to school. Go take a trade. It's too many women that are nurturers. If you're going to be a nurturer and you ain't getting nothing for it, you need to go back to nursing school and make some real money. But we put all our energy into stuff that ain't even benefiting us, period. Start putting your energy into something that's going to benefit you and your family. And watch and see how that turns out. Folks gonna start dropping off because you ain't gonna even have a taste for them to be around you no more. You're gonna start to see that they bloodsuckers, because most of the time people around you to see what they can suck out of you, and the way they're trying to suck the life out of you. That's all they want to do. They want to know your business so they can use it against you. And they want to suck the blood out of you. Whatever you got going on, they want to drain you of it. That's it. But once you change your mindset, watch and see on God change your life, okay? Change your mindset and watch and see on God change your life. And I stand on that word, okay? But anyways, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. Y'all have blessed me so much tonight. Oh my God. This live has been such a blessing. Thank you all for your blessings tonight. Demon, who else? Oceanfront Records, Big Wheel really gave me a big blessing. I appreciate you so much, love. And everybody else, all of you all just being on here, just, supporting the channel. It's always a blessing. As I always say, I have the best subscribers in the world. We be on our real grown folk stuff over here. My moderators absolutely rock. My subscribers absolutely rock. As I always say, please like, share, and subscribe. As I bring you content as honest as I know to bring it to you, as we continuously go up, we'll start talking about other stuff. I know this young Dolph's case has, it's almost like it's always something, But a lot of the reasons why I keep a lot of focus on it is because I don't want people to think that they can just kind of slide in and take out young Dolph's artists like they did young Dolph, and then it ain't gonna be no repercussions. I want them to know we got our eyes on y'all. Y'all are not gonna take out his artist. Y'all took him out, and y'all think y'all gonna just take his artist out like that? Absolutely not. All because of jealousy. All because somebody dare to be great. Leave Key Glock alone. Leave Big Woo alone. Paper Route Woo alone. Leave them alone. Let them kids be great. And it's usually some old crusty person that's sending these hits and stuff. Your old crusted dogs. Let this young generation be great to start building legacies and helping other people with the right mindset. These old crusty Negroes is the ones that's putting this stuff into the atmosphere, and God gonna deal with them. And I'm telling y'all better get y'all lives right. Okay. What y'all doing? Y'all supposed to be guiding these young dudes. Instead, y'all sitting up misleading them. That's not right. Okay? That's not right. But anyways, you guys, I have enjoyed being on here with you guys tonight. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do. If you have not hit the like button, please do. I want you guys to know that I love you guys. I want to say a prayer before we get off. First of all, I thank you all for getting on here tonight. I ask God to shield and protect you all and your families, as well as me and my family. No weapon formed against any of us shall prosper. Any lying tongue that rises up against any of us will be condemned. Any evil eyes that looked in on this live tonight with jealousy, with envy, coming up with any ideas to try to slander or anything like that, we reverse every curse and send it back to them. No weapon formed against us shall, I think I just said that, shall prosper. Anything that rises up will be condemned. I ask God to shield and protect you all, to give you all the desires of your heart. I ask that you all sleep peacefully tonight, and for God to protect you all. Thank you all. He said, don't forget the cuckoo bugs. Thank you all for, hey, Sauce. I see Sauce is in the house. I love you guys too. Shout out to Sauce. Shout out to Sauce. I'm always on his channel. I was binge watching today when I was on the case. When I be on the case, I have my iPad in my car. And so there are certain, channels that I be looking at, especially when I have to be out on the case, sitting in the car for hours. I was binge watching his channel today, y'all. Shout out to Sauce 1500. But I want you guys to know, shout out to First Lady too. I don't know if she in here, but shout out to her too. That's his wife. Shout out to Demon too. Let me see who was all in here. I want to give y'all the shout out before you all go. Definitely shout out to Big Wheel. Shout out to Miss Lynn, Florida Two Pistols, D Cat Daddy, Carrera. Is that Gulimo? I can't pronounce it. Gulimo, Piston. That's all. I'll say that because I can't pronounce the other word. Catalea, M. Rose, Joy Loves God, Demon, Blaine Fields, Two Pistols, Lynn Smith. Who else? Sauce, Demopublican. I saw Monica in here today. Oceanfront Records. Shout out to Monica, my moderator. Shout out to all my mods. Joy Loves God, New to You, Catalea, Demon. Shout out to all of you guys. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll talk with you later.